Oh. Hey, if I'm muted, you're going to be able to hear me yelling at you. All right. You post it in the comments on the side. You can go to chat and scream all you want. All right. All right. Welcome. Happy, what is it, Monday now. And it's, days are starting to all look the same. Let's see here. All right, there we go. Just getting all the media devices set up. But like I said, happy Monday. Thank you guys for joining me this evening. If you had a chance to join with me at the moment. And if you're just tuning in a different hour, a different day, that's perfectly fine as well. Hope you're doing well today. This practice will be a lot of, I guess, introversion. We'll get some time to turn in, as if we haven't had enough time to turn inward. I'm sure if you're working a non-essential job and you're working from home, or you're just at home not working at all, we've gotten some time to sit with our thoughts. And this is a healthy thing we should do periodically anyways. But getting a chance to sit with their thoughts, and it does take a strong person to also sit with their thoughts, to be silent for a little bit and just observe our thoughts, and not passing any judgments on them, just observing. Because then we can see further, like, why is it that I think this way? What is it that keeps popping up in life that makes me always think about this? Or I feel like I tend to have negative thoughts about this particular thing. Or I always want to keep everything completely positive when it's this. And like I said, none of it's good or bad. It's just acknowledging things so we can make our shift if we need to. At the same time, we have this time for introversion to become better, to grow, to get out of our shell, or to get out of the what we used to be, what we were before this time. We can think about this as before the virus and then after the virus, and how we can be two different people. What can we do to get better? And in the last few days, I've been thinking about, as I've spoken with Ashley before about this, but possibly at some point in our life, either moving to Mexico or going down there for a longer period of time, maybe it's a month or a couple months, just to kind of enjoy the water out in Mexico. We get more of a tropical feel, and get in touch with my heritage, which, I mean, I have a little bit of cultural heritage within my family here, but everyone has been kind of born and raised through the last 4 generations of my family in California. So I would like to learn more about Mexico, and I would like to learn the language as well, because at some point in my life I did forget it, or I did lose it, and I think it's time for me to focus in on that and really take this time to grow, to get bigger, or to get better. And that is get better at communication, communicating with not only people that speak English, but Spanish-speaking culture as well. We do have a big Spanish-speaking culture in California and really around the world. So it wouldn't hurt anyone to learn a different language, let alone Spanish. So that has been my thoughts the last few days, and it's taken me some time to start to really dive into it. I mean, I've kind of set a plan, but I haven't really started to dive into it. But that's where it all begins. It begins within you. You have to make those decisions. This is what I want for myself. How am I gonna go about accomplishing those goals? And so we'll take some time to turn in today. We'll do a lot of introverted poses like forward folds. Primarily, it'll be a big forward fold class, and there'll be some focusing around the hips, but those forward folds give us more time to turn inward, because that's what we do. We fold in. We don't have anything else extrovertedly to look at. It's all right there, only within us. That's all we get to really do when we fold forward. Look at ourselves. So, namaste. Let's get started in a cross-legged position with your right knee or right shin in front of your left shin if you're not already there. Bring your knees in a little closer towards each other. And rest your hands up on tops of your knees or thighs facing up. Press your hands slightly into your legs. With your eyes closed. Take a couple deeper breaths. And those breaths, like I've said plenty of times, can be in and out through your nostrils, in and out through your mouth, or a combination of the two. They're really just to get you settled into your mat, or wherever you're doing your yoga practice from. Let the weight of the knee or the weight of the hands weigh down the knees towards the ankles. Lift your chest up. Pull your chin in slightly towards your chest. If you're anything like me in the last 4 days, I've spent a lot of time logging phone hours in. Nothing but time for the phone lately. Let's get those deep neck flexors turned on. Give some relief to our neck. Pull your chin in, lift the back of your head up without lifting your chin. Lift your chest. Take your arm bones back. And if you haven't already done so, come back to your natural breathing patterns. Just let the rise and fall of breath happen naturally, without manipulating anything within your breath. Keep the chin towards the chest and the back of the head lifting up. And as we turn inward, notice the effort you're putting in just to sit up nice and tall. It takes a little bit. Let the knees melt towards your front ribs in, and again, continue to lift your upper chest towards your chin slightly in towards your chest. If you haven't already done so, begin to tone the back of your throat. And can start to stretch back out through both ends of your breath and make the breath cycles even. So the inhales just as long as the exhales, and it's a constant circle of energy from inhale down to the bottom of the circle, and then exhale back up to the top of the circle to complete this cycle. Continue on. Check back in with the spine, the chest, the chin, the neck, and head. Has it shifted? Just alone through a couple breaths. Has your body wanted to come back to the shape we started? Kind of slouch forward, chin forward. If so, if your body has come back to that, just lift your chest again, lift the sides of your waist again, and again lift the back of your head up towards the ceiling, your chin in towards your chest in towards your chin. At the bottom of your next exhale breath, begin to blink your eyes open. And take your hands down by the sides of your hips, press down through your finger pads, lift your chest. Press the knife ends of your feet down. So actively press into the floor. And exhale, walk your hands forward. So as far forward as you can walk your hands. Notice my side, my body here, nice and long. You want to keep the side waist long here. And then exhale, if you have any more space to go further, take your hands just a little further forward as you rest your neck and head down towards the floor. And again, if you're watching along, notice my spine here. It's not rounded extra in one area of the spine. It's a nice smooth round from the hips all the way up to the back of the head. Keep the knife ends of your feet pressing into the floor. And imagine being able to drag your feet closer towards each other, but the stickiness of the mat isn't allowing your feet to lift or slide. Broaden through your inner thighs and your outer hips. On your next inhale breath, slowly walk your hands right back in, but keep your spine nice and long. So I'm still kind of lifted. I'm working towards almost an up dog shape, but lift and puff up through your low ribs. And then exhale, take your right hand outside your right knee, take your left hand to the top of your right knee. Push and pull. So your knee is trying